her heels in so deep that she wrestled everyone down into the grave with her. I can't be involved if she is.
What are you talking about? This is the entire reason we stayed behind, to write the break-in of the zone. Not about the experiments and the technology, but to tell the legends of the land.
I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want her advice. I don't want to hear her.
This isn't like... What's going on, Francis? Is there something I should know?
No.
All your work in LIM R&D, all the time you spent, your entire career, your entire life, you sacrificed it all for Ada, and how did they thank you?
Some advice, but you look like you know what you're doing. Feel free to come back around after you get more scrap. I'll be here a while longer. Hope you've got enough snacks for the road trip ahead of you.
Somebody stop this force on me. I have a fear about the future. 'Cause when you're building something new, you never know what the cost will be. But we'll just wait till it's too late. I could put up in a dream. Can someone tell me what it is? Forget and I let go. Somehow it's all they could say. Was it the dream that it felt? I'm taking a ride, but I also am taking a hold. The tracks are jumping on their own now. The rain is asking if I know how much it hurts when the earth ain't green. But we can't know what could have grown. The rain will fall, the wind will blow, na na na. The tracks will pull us down below, na na na. They may control the money's flow.
The press coverage of LIM technology is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at first. In the decade between 1955 to 1965, LIM is called many things. Promise of the future, the herald of a new age, and never spoken of again. You don't have to dig very deep for the gaps in the story to emerge. presidential demonstration is the only physical proof we ever see of it. Compared to the Manhattan Project, developed under airtight shroud of secrecy, why was Lynn paraded around in the papers? And if it really was the technological quantum leap to answer all our wildest dreams, why did it blink out of existence? The story of Lynn Technology is one hell of a maze, and the key to it is a woman named Dr. Ophelia Turner. Did Ophelia Turner, by all measure a failed physicist as far as her public record goes, truly invent Lynn Technology? Or was she held up as a rosy derivative for the Cold War? An atomic Annie to excite the masses during the no-holds-barred race against the Soviet Union? Was she a myth, martyr, a monster? A figment of the imagination? True savior? Or convenient scapegoat? I'm Chiaki Saruhashi, and in this 9-part series, I aim to find out.
Doctor on the line said she give me the day. Doctor Sister Squeeze. Dr. Juice. Sister Squeeze. Said she fixed my body in that old-fashioned way. She wrapped her arms around me, squeezed me till I popped. She said she'd keep it coming. Then she heard me holler, stop. Dr. Juice, Sister Squeeze. Dr. Juice.
Frequency File, Episode 2.
In the last episode, I told you about the curious case of Dr. Ophelia Turner. When it comes to this enigmatic individual, one of three versions is true. Myth, martyr, or monster. To be able to weigh her in turn as heretic, genius, scapegoat,
We must first set the stage. When I started down this path to discover who she was, what she did,
and ultimately what happened to her, I expected to lead me to one of the strangest mysteries of the Pacific Northwest, the Olympic Exclusion Zone. But let me rewind a bit. In northwest Washington state, there are 3,600 square miles of vibrant wilderness called the Olympic Peninsula. Bounded by water on three sides, it was a wonderland for outdoorsy types, with snow-capped mountains and salmon-bearing rivers and pristine rainforests. Up until 1955, it was the residence of 100,000 people, including Ophelia Turner. It was her birthplace, her hometown, and, it turns out, ground zero and sacrificial lamb for the promise of new technology. In true fashion, the government never comes out and says that's what
led to the creation of the Olympic Exclusion Zone. But the chain of events were in plain sight. Strange accidents, leading to the government's claim of eminent domain,
and subsequent seizure of the peninsula. The evacuation of 100,000 people, and the attempt and abject failure at containing the rumors that spread like wildfire. Because it turns out, even with the government's resources at your disposal, keeping secrets is a tricky business. In fact, there was plenty of talk as a result. Lucky me.
Because I had plenty of questions.
Now, where in Sasquatch?
Let me some of your courage. I'll show you some of mine. More than once we prefer it. If that suits you fine. When you saw
Okay, first off, I've loaded up 3 locations on the ARC device map. You see them? Head to whichever strikes your fancy.
You sending them to the missions?
Sure am. We're going to use this.
My optical vassalizer. We shouldn't use that.
Why not?
I mean, it's been decades. There's no way that thing is in any sort of working shape.
I've been fixing it up in secret, and I'm sorry. Don't be mad. It's going to be a surprise for your birthday. Oh, I've gone ahead and made an itty-bitty modification to your headset, Driver. I've hooked up the basalizer here to modulate your scan function. Think of it like an extra layer of mayonnaise on your technology sandwich.
What are you using the vassalizer for?
No spoilers. We have to tell the story from the beginning. Driver, get ready to feast your eyes on the visions. The Bigfoot mural. My personal favorite. So it's all... Hey, is it just me or did this mural look different before?
Probably the instability messing with the paint over time. It's been decades after all.
Something's definitely off. Hey, where's our old notes from when we took a field trip out that way? Driver, why don't you go ahead to the next one while we investigate this?
like this one.
Did you see that, Francis? Oh boy, Francis, look. Look here. It's different from our sketch when we visited in 82.
It's all scrambled, but the shape seems familiar. If you tilt your head, doesn't that kind of look like Mount Olympus?
Oh, Francis, you flippin' genius! It absolutely is! Wait, let's look back at the first one. What's different there?
That shape right there, is that Hook Valley?
Holy smokes! Oh, wait, pull up all the topographical maps of the peninsula. If we look around the areas where you get that view of Mount Olympus, see, Francis? I told you your basilizer would work!
I don't think this is the basilizer's doing.
Driver, we're on to something. Get to that third vision. This is where your theory comes in, Francis. You tell him. Oh, look at me babbling away. Francis, you explain it. It's so good.
No, it's just... I'd rather not.
Come on, we talked about this. You should be proud of your work. Toot your own horn.
Not this time.
Okay, well, Francis' theory, his entire branch of research was that the zone exhibits a property seen nowhere else on Earth. Every phenomenon that occurs here leaves its fingerprint forever on the physical space. So he created this device to pick up on these sub-physical after effects.
How did you explain it? It was like identifying a whale's favorite color using only the wake it leaves behind.
The rest was science mumbo-jumbo.
It's a form of electromagnetic imprint. Anyway, it was a long time ago.
And what a better time than now to try it again. I can't even look at it. Francis, you explain it.
Maybe you've already seen the driver. A freestanding bright blue door in its frame out in the wilderness with nothing around it. If you do see one, don't get anywhere close to it.
I don't want to talk about it.
He was pretty close to a doorway when it opened. It's called the inverting doorway. When the door is shut, it's safe. But once in a while, it opens, and everything near it is turned inside out. Its victims are mostly bears, squirrels, and birds. They all go to hell.
Meat and bones on the outside, fur and feathers on the inside. It's the great pile-up.
You know, if you catch the mural at the right angle, when the moon is right overhead, you can spot the helmsman's body in one of the boats.
No chance. It's a paint smudge. Nothing more.
Well, believe me, it's true. I've seen it.
Oh, bingo!
See that pattern in the last mural? That flower only grows above a certain elevation. And they're put the three locations together, and you got
a square mile in the northeast corner of the deep zone. Huh. Visions were pointing towards something the entire time.
Yeah, stop pretending to ignore us now.
Take a look at this fine work. We've pinned down the location for the source of the mass hallucination. That's where the driver needs to go.
Well, what do you know?
Well, I knew the basilizer worked. What did I tell you, huh?
He still doesn't know, Francis.
You know what? Me.
Not my story to share.
My theory and that basilizer, they're illegitimate.
Wait, what are you saying?
I built that device to prove my imprint theory, and it was on the verge of getting the results I needed. But my research funding was running out. So, I forged the data. Not much, just enough to justify more time. I was so close. I knew the breakthrough was right around the corner. But Arda found out. That's why I was reassigned and my clearance revoked.
Wait, you told me you changed labs voluntarily.
8 years of research with nothing to show for it, and then for that to happen,
Interesting thing about that deep zone area you identified. I ran every coordinate in that area through the ARDA database, and what turns up? But access logs with entry records for Dr. K up through March 1963.
What? No, the doctor died in 1961. In the lab accident.
So we were told. Then, I found access logs for both that deep zone site and Red Meadow. Years and years worth of activity.
Red Meadow Research Facility? But it was demolished the same year. After the structural damage caused by the... lied about that too, didn't they?
It appears so. The driver should give the Red Meadow ruins a visit. If Dr. K didn't die that day, I'd like to know what was keeping him so busy.
So would I, but... do we have time for this? We don't know how long the driver's got with that remnant.
And that's why we need this information. Whatever Dr. K was doing relates to all of this. It may be the key to what lies at the end of the road for the driver.
I... agree with you. God, I hate saying that.
Driver, I've marked the Red Meadow facility on your route planner. Head there whenever you're ready.
Here's what we know. Over 50 years ago, in November of 1946, Dr. Ophelia Turner was 27. She had recently returned home to the Olympic Peninsula to lick her wounds after a failed stint in academia. In a fit of obsession or redemption, or quite frankly both, she cobbled together a laboratory in her basement and produced the first Lim wave on nothing but a killer hunch and plain ingenuity. Or so the story goes. It's never clearly stated anywhere what Lim waves and Lim technology really were. It's all vague claims and wild theories, with streams that border more on the mystical than the scientific. What we do know is that Lim stood for unlimited frequency. Radio waves, once souped up and modulated just right, supposedly enabled the control of matter in a way that modern science both back then and now could only dream of. After Dr. Turner's discovery, she and a few friends, scientists and PhDs all, toyed with Lim in their garage labs for about 4 years. The local police and fire departments start making regular house calls, spurred on by increasingly disgruntled neighbors calling in about incidents that seem to grow larger and more disturbing as the years go on. After one too many reports, the federal government takes notice, and thus begins their severe interest in Lim technology. The next part happens quickly. In 1955, the United States government seizes not only the physical area where Dr. Turner and their scientists live, but the entire concept of Lim technology. The area is at first evacuated under the pretense of safety, but quickly commandeered by the government. They establish a brand new department called ARDA, Advanced Resonance Development Authority, which was to be headed by Dr. Turner herself.